Hey everyone, welcome to Slow and Steady with Andy. I'm Andy, and welcome to our humble home. Today I have for you a grocery haul. I have some groceries from Sam's Club and Walmart, and I don't really show grocery hauls too often because honestly, there's just two of us. We don't have this need to buy a lot of food when we go grocery shopping, but I figured there were enough of them this week to show you, and maybe you'd be interested in seeing the things that we buy as well. Two people who are on a GLP-1. Most of the foods that I buy, I try to focus on either fiber or higher protein. For the most part, you'll see it's pretty healthy foods. Now, I don't make everything from scratch. There are some more convenience things that you will see in my grocery hauls. I don't follow a strict type of diet. I don't follow any of the trend diets. I'm comfortable with us buying things that are sometimes considered processed. If that helps us to stay on track, then I'm all for it. Anyways, let me just get right to it and turn the camera around and show you all what we got this week. All right, so I'm going to start with Sam's Club, and we'll start here. This is a 2-pack of the hillbilly bread, the old-fashioned type of bread. And I haven't had this bread in, I don't know, years and years and years. But I remember my sister and her husband, this was like the only bread they ever bought. And there was a period of time where I lived with them for a little while. And for some reason, I just had sort of a nostalgic moment to get it. But also, I want to transition my hubby off of having just white bread. So I thought maybe he would like this. It does have a little better macros and ingredients than the just plain white bread. So we'll see. And it's like so cheap too at Sam's Club. The next thing are these Fairlife 30-gram protein drinks. This is the chocolate kind. And as you can see, these are a bit pricey. So it's not something we have every day. But I like having them around because it's 30 grams. So if we're just having the type of day where we're not home very much, we're running around, or I'm just not feeling hungry enough to get 130 grams of protein in my day with just food, then I definitely like having these around as a backup. So, so next we have the Chobani 20-gram protein, lactose-free, zero added sugar yogurt drinks. These are pretty much a daily essential for me. I think I have one almost every day with my breakfast because it really is a bit hard getting in 130 grams of protein a day. And that is the goal that my doctor set for me at my last visit. So, yeah, I really love these. I know some people think they might be a little bit chalky, but they don't come across as chalky to me. And I am very, very picky about the types of protein drinks or protein bars that I can tolerate. So I really like them. Next, we have the Baby Bells, and there are 26 Baby Bells in this set. Sam's Club has the best price for Baby Bells because they have them at Aldi, but they're really expensive. And then in the regular stores, they're really expensive. And nowhere can you get a big bag of them like this. So these I really like keeping around. I really like them because they're in that wax. So they're really easy to throw into a lunch bag or to send off with my husband for the week so he doesn't have to worry about cutting up cheese or anything like that. And our daughter really loves these. So when she comes over, we have to have these around at all times. Next thing that is a repeat buy, you'll probably see these in every Sam's Club grocery haul that I do. But these are the Tyson grilled sweet teriyaki chicken thigh fillets. They are 17 grams of protein per serving. And if you haven't seen me haul these in another video, I have to recommend that the only way to cook these are in an air fryer and I suggest cooking them to the point where they get like blackened, charred edges. And at that point, I think they're most delicious. For me, otherwise, if I were to just microwave these, they have a texture, they're too like soft or something. I can't really explain it, but I like them when they're almost a little bit dried out and, like I said, charred around the edges. And then if you want to see some of the other ingredients, here's the list of those. But really good price. This bag is a 3.5 pound bag. So these were a new find, and I've never tried this. I'm not somebody who goes for keto products because they're keto. I don't have really strict limits on the types of things that I can eat. My diet, I follow a balanced diabetic plate type of diet. So for me, low carb is technically up to 150 grams of carbs a day. But I thought I would give this a try because I was more interested in it having 22 grams of protein for 2 slices. So this is the Nature's Own Life wheat protein. And let's check out the macros and the ingredients on that. It says that there's 4.5 grams of fiber, 9 grams of carbs. And if you are somebody who's following net carbs, it has 4.5 net carbs. It's not a really big loaf of bread, especially in comparison to like the hillbilly bread. This is a 16-ounce or 1 pound package, but I don't know. We'll check it out. This was a little bit pricey. I can't see myself buying a loaf of this every week, but I really want my husband to try this as well just to see if he likes it, and maybe we will get it more often if they have it. All right, so next thing we have here is this 1 pound 6 ounce container of uncured pepperoni, and I'm going to try to stick to buying uncured deli meat. Usually I have like oven roasted turkey breast probably 3 to 4 times a week. But at my most recent doctor visit, she told me she really wants me to stay away from deli meats, or if I'm going to have them more often, to make sure they're uncured so they don't have the nitrates in there. So, yeah, we're going to try these out. My husband really likes salami. I like salami too, but these pepperoni are kind of like hard salami sides. So I thought we would just try out these because there's a little more flavor, in my opinion, to pepperoni than just hard salami. So we'll see how that goes. These are a regular buy for me, although this is a huge, huge bag. It's a 4 pound bag, and it's natural triple berry blend, blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries. There's no sugar added, no sweeteners. They're like really clean. And I love adding these to my protein waffles or protein pancakes, or just topping my yogurt with them. So really good price for these, and the quality of the actual berries in here, they're so delicious. So I highly recommend them, especially because a lot of times I'll buy the fresh berries, and if you don't use them quick enough, fresh berries tend to go bad so quickly. Next thing that's pretty much a regular buy for me is this bag of broccoli florets. These are the frozen broccoli florets. There are 4 16-ounce pouches in here. They cook up in 5 to 8 minutes, and I just really love broccoli. Actually, my husband loves broccoli too, so we go through these quite a bit. I'd probably say I go through 2 bags of these a month. And then I always try to get these pasture raised eggs from Sam's Club. If they don't have them in stock, then I'll get some of the other eggs, but these are definitely my favorite. I just think the quality, they taste really good. You can tell by the color of the yolk that these are just a little bit more nutritious. And I I tend to like the idea that the chickens are pasture raised. So I do try to get the pasture raised types of eggs. And these are 18 count for the price I'm showing you. And then the last two things from Sam's Club is this ginormous container of coffee mate powder creamer. These are 3.5 pounds for the price I'm showing. And I know it's not like the healthiest thing, but there's just something about it. I really love having this in my coffee. And I don't add like regular sugar. I add Jordan skinny syrup to my coffee. And so I go ahead and give myself permission to use this in my coffee. And then the last thing are these paper plates. We needed some paper plates, and I don't know why paper plates have just skyrocketed no matter where, whether it's Walmart, Aldi, Sam's Club. So they had these really, really pretty spring looking paper plates. I think there's 85 of them for the price being shown. So I figured I would just get this week just to save a little bit of money as opposed to spending, I think it was like 23 or $24 for the like regular non-fancy paper plates. So yeah, they're so pretty. So that is everything for Sam's Club. Let me just get this put away and I'll show you the very, very small haul from Walmart that I have. All right, and like I said, this is everything from Walmart. We are not big grocery shoppers here. So I know some people love seeing like huge Sam's Club hauls and huge grocery hauls, but you won't get that here. There's only two of us here, so we don't really need a lot of groceries. And I tend to just really stick to necessities. So the first thing I got was some original sour cream. This is just the 1 pound container for the price you're seeing here. And then I really love Swiss cheese. And for the past several years, because I really do try to watch my sodium, and Swiss cheese tends to be the lowest sodium cheese. So I grabbed me a pack of this 11 slice Sargento regular like Swiss cheese. They also have the baby Swiss, but I tend to like the one with the bigger holes better. And then more cheese. We love cheese around here. This is the 1 pound bag of mozzarella. This is the low moisture part skim mozzarella cheese. And I just needed some. I want to make some homemade pizza. I make my own pizza dough. So I've been really wanting to make some pizza. And that's another reason why I bought the uncured pepperoni as opposed to just getting the uncured salami from Sam's Club. So this is a definitely a weekly must-have for me. I just love this yogurt so much. It is the Oikos Pro, 23 gram per serving, zero added sugar. These are the nutrition facts in case you want to see that. But I think this yogurt tastes so good. It's super thick, like Greek yogurt. And the main thing that I do with this is when I make my protein waffles or protein pancakes, instead of using like syrup or whipped cream, I top it with some of the yogurt and then I microwave some of those berries I just showed you and I pour those over the top of the yogurt and it's just like so delicious and a really great way to try and get a lot of protein in one meal. And then the last thing I got were uncured turkey. So the Hormel Natural Choice, these have no preservatives, no nitrates, no artificial ingredients, no added hormones. These packages are 8 ounces each for the price I'm showing you. And I picked out two different flavors. I got the oven roasted turkey and then I got the applewood smoked deli turkey. So yeah, that is everything that I got this week. Got that lovely banana that's ready to be, I don't know, put in the freezer for banana bread. All right, so that is everything that we got for this week. Like I said, we don't have really big grocery hauls, so please let me know in the comments down below if this is the type of video you would like to continue seeing. Also, let me know in the comments below if you also like any of these items that you saw today, or if you are going to be on the hunt for any of them. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, slow and steady still wins the race. See you next time.
Seen a lot of
Bye.
change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.